guys, it's Jennifer. Alright, so I found this video yesterday of a YouTube channel called Angry Cops, and I've really tried to not critique so many people anymore because it's kind of pointless. But this one is just above and beyond ridiculous. And at first, when it only had like 10,000 views, I commented. My comment was deleted. Then I found him on Facebook, sent him a message to try to explain to him what was actually going on in this video and how he was being very irresponsible by putting out propaganda and making our Marines think that Venezuela is no joke. And if you read the comments, that's what everybody thinks. Come to find out, he is a recruiter and he is trained in psychological operations. He's not very good at it, but either way, I mean, apparently he's a little bit good at it. But now the video has 300 and something thousand views. And it's just very disturbing to have somebody as a recruiter not take their position seriously, that he is possibly endangering these kids' lives. It's one thing to know what you're up against and what you're joining for. It's a completely different thing when you're lied to and you're going into a situation that you absolutely are unprepared for. And we could easily say, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. And yeah, I thought he's hilarious, usually. But now to see that he's actually peddling propaganda, that very well he was actually given this from the military, that's just, or he got it some, I don't know. But I have irrefutable proof that these are not Venezuelan military. These are crisis actors that are Peruvian, just like this. It's probably the same guys from the video that they supposedly defected from Maduro's regime. These people are crazy. You know, Maduro's crazy. I gotta get out of here. Come to find out, they were actors too. And it just boggles my mind how irresponsible he is, and he does. And so I went digging into his videos more thoroughly than I would have normally to find out who he really was. And so while he's calling out these people for being stolen valor or complete dirtbags, I noticed a very disturbing trend. He was jacked up himself. He's wearing these uniforms that he's an E6 in one, E5 in another. Some videos he has absolutely no rank on at all. His collars are completely blank. Which, okay, that, you know, maybe he's doing this for a skit and that's funny. But whenever he puts the drill sergeant hat on, which they take very seriously, I think they call it a round brown or something. And I've seen drill sergeants comment and they are not happy with the way he is doing things, because no drill sergeant would disrespect their uniform like that. I would never wear my uniform with my hair down like this, with makeup like this. I just wouldn't do it, even being a veteran. And so somebody that's still a reservist or active duty, I mean, it's just very troubling, especially being that he's a recruiter, because he's helping to dispense this propaganda. And it's just very disturbing. So, you know, I've gone through his videos and it's just, he's wearing a white shirt under a BDU top. First of all, from what I can see, he didn't join until 2005. And so I don't even think, I could be wrong, that the actual BDUs were even being worn in 2005. It was the ACUs. I believe the ACUs, the digital camo and stuff. So yeah, we could say this is all just for his skit and everything like that. But it does go above that, because there's a lot of military that watches this channel. A lot of people that want to join the military. And he's acting like it's a joke. The Venezuelan military are a joke. And that's very scary. It's very scary. Because, you know, a lot of us know about the propaganda about ISIS and all of these other things to get us these wars. And we know about it now. But it's almost, you know, we kind of justify it to ourselves that, oh, well, we didn't know about it until now. And so we're already out there. What can we do? But when we can stop this before we actually get into wars, it's so irresponsible to just not share this, not tell other people about it, and just act like it's nothing. The Venezuelan military is not as big as ours, but they also have something that most people don't think about. That's their national militia. Just a few months ago, they started to amp up their recruiting whenever we started threatening them about everything, saying that we were going to bring in military and everything. They now have 2 million. 2 million. 1.6 to 2 million. We don't have an accurate number. Militia members in their national militia. Think about that. That is out of a country of 30 million people. That goes, I mean, it essentially goes without saying, but that means almost everybody that you would be coming across, every single home, either lives next door or actually has somebody in that house that is trained military. That's almost like trying to invade, you know, Texas or something. Well, or certain aspects of Texas and South Louisiana, the South in general. It's pretty stupid because a lot of us are trained. You know, it brings me back, let me talk about, in The Patriot, there was a scene where General Cornwallis from, you know, from Britain was talking about how could these militia members be beating us? They're from the swamps. I mean, this is embarrassing. And everybody just kind of, you know, like, well, when you live that land and you learn to trek through that your entire life, you have the upper hand no matter what your weapons are. That, whenever I was watching it, I just watched it the other day, and it just reminded me so much of Venezuela, because that's what people aren't seeing. They aren't seeing the fact that they have the upper hand already. It's not like some other country where we're just going to go in and bomb the whole freaking town, because that would make a big freaking deal. I mean, they're not far from us. They're right underneath Florida. It would make a big situation. And it just, they are very trained. They're trained in guerrilla warfare. Just like Vietnam. In the history books, we can say we won Vietnam. That's not what happened. How many people died? 1 in 3 homeless men are veterans. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. That's not even counting the ones that come back with a flag-draped coffin. And we're supposed to think that this is funny? It's one thing to protect our country from actual terrorists, actual people that want to do harm to us. It's completely different when we are actively trying to steal their oil, gold, coltan, whatever else we want from them, and demonize their leader, trying to get their military to defect, and putting in a puppet as the president. And people are going to say, oh, they've been doing this for years. That doesn't make it okay. For years, we didn't know about it. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have all of this information until after the war or after the regime change or whatever. But we now have all of this information that we can stop it if we share the information. But if we just say, well, I don't want to get involved, and then thousands upon thousands of soldiers, sailors, Marines, Air Force start coming home in flag-draped coffins, is it going to be funny then? It's not. It's not funny now, and it's not funny. It's just not funny to put out such ridiculous propaganda as a recruiter. And it really looks like he is getting this information before the internet is getting it. Meaning that he is connected to the people that are making it in Peru. But I cannot make that statement definitively. But from everything I've looked at, it is extremely hard to find this video except for one. Like, it goes back to one area. And it was, how was it posted this essentially the same time he made his video? So let's go on and look at his video and his stuff to see how ridiculous it really looks when you actually look at it. Because most people just watch it and it's funny, but then when you look at it, it's pretty strange for you to be calling out people for stolen valor or wearing jacked up uniforms when you yourself are completely out of regs. So let's go on and look at his stuff. Okay, so in this one he's wearing E5. His pins look really high, but I'm not going to be too hard on that. They just look really high, but so he's wearing E5 in this. He's wearing a white shirt. White with no rank on this one. This video he's just acting like an asshole in a freaking gym. I mean a cafeteria. This one I think is his real uniform. He's E6 right here. But then he has 101st Airborne on one. He's got his recruiter ones. I just wanted to show you that he seems to be National Guard. I don't know. Because he changes the stuff so much. So yes, psychological operations is what the civil affairs unit that he seems to be attached to. Okay, now let's look at the propaganda. These guys right here were the propaganda rolled out from our media. If you look at this, it says FAN. FAN hasn't been worn since like 1996 or something. FANB is what their uniforms say. And nobody's uniforms look that new all the time. But I digress. FANB is what their uniforms say. But the media wants you to think that they have all these defectors with the wrong uniform on. Is crazy. And so this guy right here in the back corner, his uniform, his rank is I believe this Lance Corporal or Corporal right here, which is not Venezuelan's uniform ranking. This is Venezuela's. But it's this one right here, the Peru. That's the one he's wearing Peru. All right, let's watch his psychological warfare.
Operator Sam's back, and I'm here to drop some knowledge on you. A video of Venezuelan military members training in order to scare the United States Marines away has been circulating itself all throughout the internet as of recently. Some news articles state that the video has been authenticated and approved by Venezuelan military and political members. And if you're asking yourself, why is this happening? Let me break it down for you. The Venezuelan government has been in the news a lot as of recently. Many U.S. politicians have come out either in support of or in opposition to the Venezuelan socialist style of government. Venezuela is also in a power struggle between two political entities trying to claim power over the Venezuelan.
Not really. There was an actual election. Two, actually, that Maduro has been elected for, but go ahead.
Venezuelan government. Nicolas Maduro, the current dictator that won re-election
What? Dictator? Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's being pushed by any political or otherwise form.
would say unfairly, and Guaido, the interim president that President Trump and other European nations have shown support for. Now, once President Trump showed support for Guaido, Maduro was very upset and reaffirmed those in Venezuela that he would not be giving up power. And in response, President Trump suggested the possible use of the U.S. military, which now leads us to this gem of a video. Let's break it down, shall we?
Yeah.
The video starts off with some commander giving a command to have 3 soldiers pop out of the grass, like the cheesy Viet Cong characters you see in B-rated Vietnam movies.
Exactly.
The second part of this critically acclaimed piece of psychological warfare is nearly 45 seconds straight
Oh, it is psychological warfare. Let's continue.
of these 3 dudes just running in place, screaming, until one by one they skip off. Whoopee. I will hand it to them. The easiest way to scare a whole bunch of U.S. military members is to show them photos and videos of painted rocks. Every single one of us has been part of a horrible detail, painting and rearranging rocks around battalion headquarters. The first obstacle we come to is barbed wire, and it is just pathetic. They scream with motivation, but they move at a snail's pace. The first guy's form is so shitty that he rips off his hat and rubs his noodle against the barbed wire. It's a low crawl. Drag your face along the ground, baby girl. Even the way they hold their rifles during this entire obstacle course reeks of ineptitude. Now it becomes clear
It reeks of propaganda. But continue.
that the course they're stumbling and bubbling through is a bayonet course. Newsflash, Venezuela military members, you are never gonna get that close.
Really? I don't think that's funny. Because it's a small country. This isn't the middle of the desert. Let's just continue before I get angry.
But I can appreciate the history and tradition of training in the bayonet. I mean, come on. What's the spirit of the bayonet? To kill, kill, kill cold blue steel. Woo! Motivated. Now I know we're having a good laugh at this, but here's where the video goes tits up. After running the course with no magazine and having an unloaded weapon, these soldiers...
I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And it's just, it's mind-boggling how he actually, if he didn't know that this was bullshit propaganda, how somebody would actually think this is actual Venezuela military, when you can find Venezuela military videos online. But I digress. Because, yeah, it's funny, right?
Stop! Plant their feet and pretend to fire their weapons. Still no magazine in it. They just stand there pretending to spray automatic fire. Where are they shooting? What are they aiming at? The answer? Nothing! One dude's trying to fake it all right and having it up in his shoulder. The other guy's just spraying it from his hip like Rambo. The balls you gotta have to try and scare any foreign military by pumping in fake automatic small arms fire as your dudes stand there miming the recoil of a rifle that, by the way, has no magazine in it. This video is on par with those lame ISIS training videos of those dopes going through...
You mean the ones that we know for a fact CNN and other people have made? You mean those videos? Those videos? Yeah. Keep
monkey bars and doing somersaults and cartwheels in the dirt. Now, after being scared out of my mind from that fake automatic fire, they show up and decide to give us a motivational speech with the worst camouflage face paint
And, okay, first of all, the worst camouflage...
I've ever seen.
Okay, well, that just shows that you've only served in the Middle East. Because this place, like Venezuela, is like Louisiana, where it is humid, and this keeps the heat away, it keeps the mosquitoes off, and it also decreases any like shadows and stuff like that. So when you are in jungle warfare, that is how your face would look, give or take. a little bit. So, yeah, it shows that you don't know your ass from your face, bro. I'm trying to keep it down, but oh my gosh, he's just gone so far. And if this was just a joke, I really wouldn't have been concerned. If he would have messaged me and said, oh gosh, you're kind of right, but you know, it's just a joke, I would have left it alone. That's not what he did. He deleted my comment. Then I wrote another one. He hid my comment from his Facebook. And that's when his video was only at like 20,000 views. So this is obvious that he is part of this. So now we're going to look at this guy up here. Not this one. This guy right here. And whenever you look very closely, this is the guy that I showed you just a little while ago. That's not Venezuela. This is not their military. This isn't their militia. This is those same douchebags that are acting like Venezuelan military to make this bullshit propaganda to help to get your sons and daughters, your brother, your sister, let's be real, it's mainly only guys that get killed. Because that's what they're doing. And if you actually cared about your brothers and sisters in arms, you wouldn't be doing this bullshit. We know the millionaires and all these corrupt politicians do it, and there's nothing we can do. But for a veteran to do this, it is, no, he's like active duty. Active duty, it's despicable. And he's a recruiter. You know, everybody makes the jokes about recruiters and they'll do anything to get recruits. But this is like to a whole another level. Sorry, my face is kind of bright. I was trying to get the lighting. So, yeah, the other ones you can't see very well. But this guy in the back, you can see his collar. And it's Peru. Like, this guy has 2 stars. I mean, he looks like 24. Come on now. I mean, oh my gosh. The propaganda can't get any worse. Although it's kind of good because it's easy to call out. But the bad thing is, it's these type of videos that get all the views. Not mine where I'm showing the evidence that it's complete bullshit.
It looks like blackface. It didn't work out for Governor Norton.
Oh, shut up.
Looks like he's in charge. You know that guy's the doofus of the group. Hey, man,
Okay, I'm done with that. Now let's check out some of his other things. Let's go to his channel. And he seems to have taken many of his videos down. He had like 130 something just with cop stuff on. So this is how we could see because he turned around and you can see his patch on his arm. It's his recruiting right here.
No, do it in unison.
Stupid, yelling at some kids. I mean, you know, like whatever. This video is actually funny. Anti-military YouTuber. It's a funny video. I mean, I'm gonna say the dude is funny, but that's not propaganda to go to war. Let me find that video. See, I'm assuming this is his real uniform right here. You know, the digital camo, and he has an E6 badge, rank, whatever, on his, I don't know what it's called, in the middle. So, but let's go. Oh, I think he took the video down. Very interesting. Where he's wearing a white shirt. Interesting. I took screenshots of it, so don't fear. Yeah, he likes to delete stuff. And apparently he doesn't know if he is a Marine or Army, because in many videos, he's like, oh, I thought this was Army, you know, I thought this was an Army guy, but no, it was one of my brothers in the Marines. Like, do you not know what you're in? Are you confused? Oh, it looks like that white shirt video is deleted. I might have missed it. Oh no, I think it was this one.
I need to put on the most.
Why is this dude, besides his disgusting freaking mustache, why is he wearing a white shirt? Why is he wearing a white shirt? I guess he thinks it's okay. Maybe the military's just changed that much that they don't have much pride for themselves. But I won't paintbrush everybody. We'll just say that's how this doofball is.
Done. Obviously.
So he's making fun of this guy, but for his uniform, when he's looking like a dirtbag. Apparently he got fired for making these videos from the Buffalo Police Department. But it really looks like he was probably rolled out as a psychological operation to bridge the gap between the public and how they viewed police officers, which would have been fine. But then they needed him to be used as military psychological operations. It's weird that all his cop videos are gone. Interesting. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'm sure some people are going to be angry. Oh my gosh, it's just a joke. And I said, yeah, it could have been just a joke. But whenever I contact him and tell him that it's actual military propaganda and he does nothing, he actually deletes my account. I mean, he hid my account on Facebook. At first he deleted my post. And then he thinks I'm stupid. He hid my comment to where nobody else can see it except me. Like I don't know that that's going on. Well, whatever. Anyway, y'all have a great day. And y'all tell me what you think. You don't have to be angry and mean. Just tell me, is it just a joke? Because some drill sergeants don't seem to think it's a joke. And I wouldn't either if I worked hard to get to that position. But, you know, whatever, I guess. We'll see what he does. I don't know. I don't think he'll do anything. He doesn't seem to care. Bye, guys.